All right, I've been dreading doing this just because I don't want to have to put it all back in the bag. But this is my Veto Pro Pack MC. I went with this guy just because it is smaller and will restrict how many tools I have in it. I wanted something that was more vertical than horizontal in storage, so I could fit it kind of in the back seat behind on the floorboard of my back seat behind my front seat. So that was some of my decision making going into getting this one over some of the larger Veto bags. And I've been a big fan of this thing. So I love how much it can hold, but I love that I can't hold anymore. And it really forces me to make some decisions to pick the best tools available. So I spent last year really just building this up. So some of these tools are newer. Some of them I've had for decades. Some of them I got from my dad. So, yeah, so we'll just walk through it one side at a time. What I did to label the sides is I added some paracord to either side. So I have the black side and I have the red side. And that just helps me quickly differentiate which is which, so I know what I'm dealing with. On the side, I keep my Milwaukee M12 installation driver. I love that thing. I did another review of that. That's probably my favorite Milwaukee tool. Uh, some of you pointed out accurately, kept calling this an impact head. It's just a 1/4 inch hex head, but there you go. Great tool. Also, it comes with a nice, thick, robust shoulder strap. I don't normally use it on the shoulder strap, but I keep it around just in case. It's got nice metal hardware that attaches to these large D-rings here on the side. The D-rings do get dinged up. They're painted, and so that does show wear over time, but I don't care. It's a tool bag. So, all right, we will start with the front side, which that's how I think of this black labeled side. Just have a little O-light O-clip on the front. Nothing else. I don't normally keep anything down in these pockets just because they are pretty deep. So if it's not, you probably keep like longer bits in there or something like that if you need quick access. But I normally try to keep everything inside. So with the way that I use it, kind of being my mom's handyman, I have to just be able to take stuff over there quickly and have my tools with me. So anyway, the front flap kind of folds down like this, which is part of what I love about it. And we will just start from the left, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. This is that BB Swiss 304.1 dead blow hammer, recoil hammer is what they call it. Got a metal head and a nylon head, but I'm not going to go into all the tools. I probably will be here forever if I do that. So I'm just going to pull them out quickly. Okay. Over here on the side, Doyle Dykes, Knipex forged wire strippers, twin grips, Cobra pliers, and pliers wrench. For storage, these are all the 180s. For storage, I usually keep them a little bit open, just allows the handles to stay a little closer together. And notice I keep them in there vertically. That was a trick I saw from a guy in one of the forums, and it's been super helpful. So holds a lot more that way. Down here on the bottom, I have my ancient Craftsman 45-degree USA made needle nose pliers, my Knipex half rounds, the Icon flush cut, my Snap-on Talon Grip LN46s, love those, the mini twin grips, the Engineer Precision needle nose pliers, and then I have the Eklund larger SAE hex key set and the smaller metric from Eklund. See, nothing else down there. I have metric and SAE sockets from Makita that are super handy to have here. Start in the back. I have my ancient USA made vice grips. This is pre-Irwin, back when they were just vice grips before they got bought out. Those things still work just fine for me. Have my 8-inch Baco adjustable wrench, the Ergo Big Mouth. I like those. Vessel ratcheting screwdriver. Have the Milwaukee #2, which I love these new USA made screwdrivers. I think they're great. I have a Skill electric screwdriver. Klein Precision 4-in-1, not the new one. Got a little set punch. What do I call it? Flip socket from Klein, the 4-inch. I have a Malco shorter flip socket. I've talked about why those are different. I have 2 extensions. I have the DeWalt locking bit extension, and then just a kind of drill cover magnetic extension, or a bit cover extension. I have a little Titan micro ratchet with the Vera quarter square to quarter hex locking adapter. That's a little Icon mini ratchet / bit driver. Love that thing. And I pair these two, I can pair these two with those 1/4-inch socket sets from Makita there. Down at the bottom, I have the other bit cartridge for the Vessel screwdriver. I have my Craftsman offset screwdrivers, mini screwdrivers. Just a longer standard Milwaukee extension, a couple other 1/4-inch extensions, and then a 1/4 to 3/8 extension in case I need that and have any 3/4 or 3/8 inch sockets I can use wherever I'm at. Just a regular flex head, die hard 1/4-inch socket, double-ended ratcheting box wrench, 10 and 12 millimeter from FOCKMEAS. I don't even know how you say that name, but anyway, that's what these are, or that is. Have the Railer bit holder with a couple of 2-inch and then a bunch of regular small bits of various sizes, and a 1/4-inch socket adapter in there as well. Have the DeWalt right angle adapter for my installation driver. I think that's it on this side. Okay, so there you go. Now to flip it around, red side. Out in the front here, I do have like a microfiber cloth, just something that doesn't take up a lot of real estate, and I can get to if I need to for wiping off my safety glasses. Someone was asking about how I use these Railer magnets. I keep it clipped, magnetized to one of the rivets here, so I can kind of set bits on there, something like that. When I'm working, kind of works like a little shelf there. Okay, we'll talk about these pouches here in a second, so I'll put these to the side. I have a little container, flex container with a bunch of small-ish screws and some small brad nails behind there that I can use to fasten stuff with my hammer should I need to. Down at the bottom, I have a little cheapy Torx key set. I'll probably replace this at some point, but is what it is. Got gloves, just the Milwaukee Smart Swipe gloves. Little 5-inch pry bar. Well, it's probably 6 inches. little trim square from Johnson, which I really like that thing. Some zip ties and some of those Night Eyes wire ties. I keep those kind of bent around in the corner. I have this Energizer headlamp, which is plenty for my use, and I like how it lays against your forehead. It's nice and wide, and it doesn't get irritating. In the back here, I have the Nordwolf 5-bit or 5 drill bit set, and I have added a little Milwaukee 3/32 bit in there just because that was the only other one that would fit in there. These bits get me through most of the stuff I have to do on the fly. So handy little kit, and it fits. Part of the deal is it fits in nicely right here in this pocket. I have my leads for my multimeter in there. Have the Klein non-contact voltage detector that came in that comes in that kit. This is a great voltage detector. In here, I have my Fluke 101. I love the simplicity of this thing. I think it's super handy. I love how small it is as well. So I just keep it in this little pouch from an Anchor power bank, and slides in there. Doesn't take up a ton of real estate, and does most of what I need with my limited electrical skill. Got the Klein work light in here. I'm trying to keep these separate so I don't get them all mixed up. Have a Purdy 5-in-1. I like the 5-in-1s better than all these newer ones with a bunch of other things. I just need the scraper and kind of the thick prying capability. I love the metal end so I can tap on it. So this is probably my favorite of the newer ones. I really liked my old Husky one, but they don't make those anymore. Have some different saw blades, and these go with this toolkit handle. It's basically you press down on this and you can kind of hold all different kinds of saw blades in there. So really handy tool handle, saw handle, and gives you a lot of versatility to have a saw on the spot. I have my DeWalt utility knife with the bit holder in there, or blade holder. A little plastic scraper, which is super handy. I don't even know what that is. Stud buddy, stud finder, just because that's the one that would fit in here most easily. The Klein conduit level. I like this thing just because it's all aluminum, really strong magnets, and just got the different angles on it and whatnot. I am not an electrician, so I rarely use the conduit feature of this, but it's a great level for my purposes, regardless. Okay, nothing else in the bottom there. So I have a little 6-foot Milwaukee tape measure up there in the top, stuck to a magnet that I taped to the ring. Got that idea from a guy named Last Best Tool over on YouTube. Just have some chibi safety glasses through the little fabric loop here up the top. Have a Hyper Tough made in USA pry bar with hammering hammer cap on the back that you can contact with. Just a steel wire brush. Titan pry bar, 7.5-inch. I have my Pika pencil. I'm not going to take that out of there because that clip is ridiculous and doesn't want to come out. 4-in-1, or 4-in-hand, I should say. I guess I got to take it out of there. And I got it stuck to the magnet. My Crescent Wiss Tradesman shears, the CW7Ts. I love these things. Just a Harbor Freight Sharpie. I think those are pretty great. I have the Snap-on hook pick and the Snap-on complex pick, which is my favorite of all time. little magnet tool, NACO spoonbill kind of seal O-ring pick. I've buffed this down because it kind of had a little bit sharper edges, but I just put it to the buffer to soften the edges a little bit, and use this for lots of little things. Surprisingly handy. Little DIY pick that I made with a Mayhew punch. I'm sorry. Just took a old Crescent 3/16 inch Phillips handle, and I pried out the blade and was able to just put that Mayhew pick right in there. So this is that 3/32 punch, which comes in handy for lots of things. I'll let you figure out what. And a little Lyle Mighty pocket pry bar. So I think that's everything in there. So there you go. That's my toolkit for being my area handyman for my family and friends. This allows me to have my favorite tools on hand, right in the back of my vehicle, just right in the floorboard of the back seat of my truck or any vehicle I happen to be in. I'm able to take it with me on trips as need be if we're going to visit family and I might be helping out with some stuff. So super handy toolkit. I love the handle on this thing. It's super stout. It's rubber, so it's comfortable to carry for distances. The shoulder strap, like I said, is pretty great. So all in all, this is an excellent bag, and I love its capability. I love the hard bottom on it. Don't have to worry about water damage. And yeah, I'm glad I don't have a bigger bag because I would just throw more tools in it and it would be impossible to carry. So this is about it for me. I think I'm very content with this setup.